back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a what I got for my birthday video. It was my birthday on the 16th of February, so when I'm filming this it's Friday, so on Tuesday, last Tuesday. I had a really nice day, for those of you that are going to ask. Not that anybody actually cares. But yeah, I had a really nice day. Just spent it with my fiance and his mum. Nice and quiet. Yeah, so let's get into the video and tell you what I got. So the main present that I got from my fiance was this lovely sign that you can see behind me. I've wanted something up on my wall to go behind me in my videos for such a long time now. Really since I started doing YouTube, I've wanted like this really nice YouTube background. And so my fiance made me this lovely sign. It has, as you can see, it has my YouTube name on it. And then all the symbols and like designs that you can see around it are basically everything that represents me. So yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think it looks really nice in this kind of background that I have now. I think I've finalised my background. I think this is going to be it from now on. Let me know what you think of it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, thank you, Robert. I am absolutely obsessed with it. The next thing that I got for my birthday is something that I got from one of my friends. She got me like a little box of just kind of sweets and treats and stuff, and there was a few like self-care things in there, like bath fizzers and stuff like that, which I actually can't show you because one, I've eaten the sweets already, and two, the bath stuff is with all of my other bath stuff put away, so I can't get them out because I forgot that I was filming this video and I put them away. So yeah, that's what I got from one of my friends. All of the other things that I got for my birthday were either books or vouchers or money, and I used the vouchers and the money to buy even more books. Can you tell that I like books? I'm not sure you can. So yeah, that is actually these that you can see beside me. This lovely massive pile of books. So yeah, the rest of this video is basically going to be me telling you what books I bought, and there's a few in there as well, these three that another one of my friends got me. They're so pretty, I love them. So yeah, I'm just gonna name all of the books that I got and tell you about them. Oh, actually, the thing that I want to talk about before I get onto the books is I gave myself a little birthday present that I've actually been wanting to do for a while now but have never had the guts to do, and that is I dyed a bit of my hair purple. I dyed the ends. Yeah, like I said, I've been wanting purple hair for so long now. I'd say 2 or 3 years actually. And yeah, I've always been like really worried that it wouldn't suit me or that I wouldn't like it after dyeing it. But yeah, I took the plunge last weekend and dyed it. Or should I say my fiance helped me dye it. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I am absolutely obsessed. I don't know if you can see it properly actually. Let me come a bit more forward. Yeah. It's so pretty. So yeah, that's that. So now we can get onto the books. So the first book that I got is Your Life in My Hands, and this is basically written by a junior doctor. It's basically just about her life as a junior doctor and like what other junior doctors go through and just life in the NHS basically. I've heard such great reviews on this book that I really just wanted to try it for myself. I haven't gotten to reading this yet, but it's in my to be read list, which is actually getting pretty long at this point. So yeah, I will get to it eventually. The next book that I have gotten is Silke's Journey. It's the next book in line from The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz around Christmas time, so in December, and I absolutely loved it. I got absolutely obsessed and I had to get this, so I saved up a bit of money and I finally got it, and I'm so excited to start reading it. I just smacked myself in the face with the book. Ow, that hurt. But yeah, it's basically, like I said, it's the sequel to the multi-million copy bestseller Tattooist of Auschwitz. I literally just read that from the cover. And it's the story of one of the characters in the first book. It's her story, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. Again, I will be putting it in my to be read pile, which is seriously long. I will actually show you how big it is at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. The next book is actually one that I've just finished this morning, which is Inside 25 Cromwell Street, and this book is written by the oldest son and daughter of Fred and Rosemary I really should be able to talk in this video because I'm talking about books, so it's a very chatty video, but apparently I can't talk. Let's start that again. It's written by the two oldest surviving children of Fred and Rosemary West, and they basically tell their story of childhood and growing up with the Wests as parents, and yeah, basically what their lives were like at 25 Cromwell Street, which is where they lived and where all or most of the West's murders happened. I actually found this really interesting. A lot of what they talk about in this book I didn't actually already know, and if anybody knows me, they know that I am absolutely obsessed with true crime and like serial killers and stuff like that. I love reading about them and like the psychology behind them and stuff like that. But yeah, I learned so much from this book. The only downside that I have to this book is throughout reading, the way that it's written changes, and it kind of swaps between, because it's written by the two kids of the Wests, for some reason it switches between them sounding really childish and them sounding like more like adults. Like sometimes they'll talk as if like what their mum and dad were doing was just innocent, and like it sounds like it's coming from a child's perspective who like looks up to their parents, and then all of a sudden it would switch to them talking about like prostitutes and drugs and like really hardcore, hard-hitting stuff. So I was pretty confused on when it was written, like what ages the two children were. I know that some parts of this are like extracts from interviews that the kids gave just after their parents were arrested, so I know that they were quite young then. But yeah, it's a confusing read as to when it was written, but the story itself makes sense, if that makes sense. I think it does. So yeah, that's the second book that I got for myself. Oh, all of these books actually, up until where I tell you otherwise, all of the ones that I'm talking about now, I got from Worldofbookscom, and I cannot recommend that website enough. It is such a good website. I got, I think it was 8 or 9 books for £23–24. Yes, they're all second hand, but they are all in such good condition at the same time. Like, as you can see, like a few of them are like slightly discoloured and like that, stuff like that from being old and being read, but like the pages aren't bent or the covers aren't like all grimy and stuff. They're really good condition second-hand books that I got for really cheap prices. So I definitely recommend any book lovers out there to check out worldofbooks.com. I will leave the link in the description to the website so you can all check it out. So the third book that I got myself is The World's 20 Worst Crimes. This is one that I'm actually reading at the moment. I'm that much into the book, so not much. I'm on page 7. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's basically the stories of 20 of the world's most famous serial killers. I'm currently reading about the Hillside Stranglers, so if you know them, that's who I'm currently reading about. It's written, which I found quite interesting, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people are like, yeah, we already knew that. But I didn't know this until after I started reading it, because the author mentions it. It's actually written by the ex-wife of Ronnie Cray. If you don't know who Ronnie Cray is, he is one half of the infamous Cray twins, who were gangsters a few years ago. Don't know. Don't ask me how many years ago. Don't know. But they are quite infamous. All you have to do is Google them, and you'll find all the information that you need. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. Again, this is one that I've wanted to read for so long now, but when I looked for it on other websites or even Amazon or eBay, I just found that it was not too expensive, but like it was more money than I was willing to pay for it. So yeah, when I found it on worldofbooks.com and I seen that it was really cheap, I instantly put it in my basket. So yeah, there is that one. The next book is No One Listened. I'm not entirely sure what this one's actually about, but the cover and the name of it intrigued me. It says on the cover, two children, a horrific act of violence, no one to trust except each other. I will let you guys know what it's about after I read it. Even the back doesn't really give anything away, like about the story or what it's about. It just says, there must have been a lot of blood spattered around inside, as they were determined to keep me out. Someone took a firm hold of my arm and helped me into the back of the car next to Alex, locking the doors so I couldn't clamber back out. I had Alex to think about now. Mum had always said she knew I would be able to look after him if she went away, so that was what I must do. We only had each other left. So I'm guessing it's about like a kidnapping or something. I don't know if it's a true story. It might be. I'll have to look it up. It's written by two people, so I'm guessing it is a true story. So yeah, I'll let you know what I think of that. The next book is Face to Face with Evil, Conversations with Ian Brady. Again, Ian Brady is a very famous serial killer. Did I just have this book in front of my face while saying that? Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera enough. I do apologise. Ian Brady is a very famous serial killer, and I actually have another book, another Conversations with book, but I can't remember who it's with now. I'll put it up on screen when I figure out who it is. I'm really excited to start reading this. It's basically just a story about his life, and I'm guessing there's a few interview transcripts in here as well. So yeah, there's that one. The next book is The Innocent Killer, and now a lot of people who like Netflix should be able to recognise this man here, because there is a Netflix show called Making a Murderer based on this man, or it's like a documentary style show about this man. So that's what made me want to read this, because I'm guessing it's a lot like the Netflix show. And yeah, I'm just excited to read more about his life and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the tagline to it is a wrongful conviction. Wow, I really can't talk today. A wrongful conviction. Oh my god, why can't I say that word? A wrongful conviction and its astonishing aftermath. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited to read this one. The next book is Innocent. The tagline to this one is A Murdered Son, A Grieving Mother, The Fight to Clear Her Name. Again, I'm not quite sure what this one's about, but again, the cover intrigued me, and it sounds like a good true crime book, because again, I'm guessing this is a true life story. So yeah, the back of this one says, when Sarah Rose discovered her 15-month-old son, Cameron, had been brutally murdered, she was immediately put under arrest. The days she spent in jail were terrifying and harrowing, but it was when she heard the results of the post-mortem that the truth hit her. Her boyfriend, Nicholas, the man she'd loved and trusted, had beaten her little boy to death. Heartbroken, isolated and alone, she knew she'd have to fight to prove her innocence and put Nicholas behind bars. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually know a little bit about this case, so I'm excited to read more on it. Next one is Corrupt Bodies, and this one is basically, I don't think it's true crime, I think it's fiction. I never remember which is which. Is fiction not real and non-fiction is real? Yeah, that's right, because I remember being really confused in school as to why non-fiction isn't not real, but it's actually the other way around. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a fictional book. I'm pretty sure it's a story. Oh no, actually, maybe not. Maybe it is non-fiction. Peter Everett in 1983 to a rapt courtroom as he exposed the archaic conditions in which he was working and the corruption and abuse of the system that was taking place right under his nose. The world would fill the next morning's headlines, but would The words would fill the next morning's headlines, but would do little to halt the debasement of the death industry that he was witnessing. Told in full for the first time, this is a gripping and gruesome true story featuring high-profile murder cases and post-mortems, stolen body parts and recycled coffins, and a unique insight into the hidden world of death. So yeah, that sounds incredibly interesting to me. The final book that I got from World of Books is Look Who It Is, Alan Carr, My Story. This is a biography, or an autobiography maybe, one of them, that I have wanted to read for so long. I absolutely love Alan Carr. I think he's really funny. And yeah, I just want to read about him and about his life and his career. So yeah, that is that one. I can't wait to read that. The next 3 books that I got are a 3-part series, and they are, if I can hold them all out, they are the Robin Wilde books by Louise Pentland, who is a YouTuber that I watch. She is also an amazing author. She has so many books. This is just one of the series that she has. So yeah, I've never actually read these. I've read like extracts from the Wilde books, but I've not read them in full. So I'm really excited to start reading these. Again, they will be put into my to-be-read list. And I will get to them eventually. Meet Robin Wilde, awesome single mum, aspiring makeup artist, good friend. From the outside, things look just fine, but Robin has a secret. And that is how the first book, and that is what the first book is about, and then they go on from there. So yeah, excited to read these. I got these from Amazon. I think all 3 were £8 or £9, I think, which is a bargain in my eyes. So that's them ones. And then the last 3 books that I got were from one of my favourite humans and fellow book lover, Jess. Hi Jess. My friend Jess. They're from my friend Jess. Do you remember that from a few videos ago? I remember that. Got me these 3 books. And they are the One of Us is Lying series. Which I'm super excited to read. It actually goes in that order. I just think these books are so pretty. They're like really pretty books because they're like sprayed pages of different colours, as you can see. Yeah, I've wanted to read these ones for literally years. When did they come out? Because that will tell you how long I've wanted to read them for. The first one was published in 2017, and I heard about it before it was published. Like, I heard like the rumours of it and what it was going to be about, and it was then that I put it on my list that I wanted to read it. But again, I didn't have the money to buy them for myself. So for Christmas I sent out, or not for Christmas, for my birthday, I just gave people kind of lists of stuff that I wanted and that they could potentially buy for me. It was basically a massive list of books. And yeah, so my friend Jess decided to buy me this series, which I love her for. I've started reading the first one, the standalone book in the series. So these 2 have the same characters and kind of an ongoing storyline, and then this one is a standalone, but it's part of the series of titles, if that makes sense. So I started reading the standalone one, and I am absolutely loving it. I think I'm on chapter 8 or 9. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. So the standalone is Echo Ridge. So the standalone is Echo Ridge is reeling. This picturesque town, nestled near the Canadian border, experienced its first tragic loss in 1995 when high school senior Sarah Corcoran vanished while walking home from the library. Then 5 years ago, homecoming queen Lacey Kilduff was found dead in an aptly named Murderland Halloween park. Now the killer claims to be back. A small town that keeps losing its homecoming queens, 2 murders still unsolved. Echo Ridge is not a good place to be popular. So that one, I cannot wait to read. And then these two, One of Us is Lying is the first book. Sorry, somebody is chain texting me. The first one is One of Us is Lying, and this one is 5 students walk into detention, only 4 leave alive. That's all I'm going to tell you about that one, because go and read it for yourself. I definitely recommend these books. And then One of Us is Next is Another Year, Another Drama, a whole set of new rules. So that is them ones. So yeah, that is everything that I got for my birthday. Like I said, a lot of these books were bought from vouchers or money that I was given for my birthday. So even though I bought the books, I chose the books myself, they were bought from birthday presents, so they still count. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of the books that I have shown in this video, because I would love to hear your opinions on them. As well, let me know what you think of my sign. Again, Robert, thank you so much for making it for me. I absolutely love it. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!